Hello everyone and welcome back to the Fate Zero commentaries. We're on episode 6 called A Night of Schemes. So I'm expecting some trickery, some connivingness, some general deceitful attitudes as we see what's going on. We are moving through this quickly. Already on episode 6. Boy, I will say, feels a lot more is happening than when I watched Dean. Boy, this is better than Dean. So we're going to move on to episode 6 in 3, 2, 1, go. Just wait. No, never mind. Now go. Sorry. That countdown sucked because I forgot there's a delay. But it'll be good. If you sync up the timers roughly, will be good. Car chase to begin. Oh boy. Okay. Who gave you a driver's license? Can a homunculus get a driver's license? Well, I guess if a servant can get a passport. Yo, Drift! Drift, do it! Yo, Drift, let's go! Yes! Oh my god, she's the best. I love the CG on this car. It reminds me of Initial D. How did she get her foot over there? Oh, hi, Caster. Yeah, how could you tell? This dude in like full robe regalia. How could you tell that's a servant? So, a lot of people were having a big laugh at my typo last time. Rather misreading of tutored as tortured. So, it happens. Um, so people have assured me, no, don't worry. You're more like Fate Stay Night caster than Fate Zero caster. I'll take that. I think I'll take that. Does that mean I ara and have cute ears? Potentially. Potentially. Um so this is interesting. This is an entirely different location. Like the winding mountain roads of Japan, which having, been on at least on a bus in one, boy, those things do wind. Um if they're gonna fight right here, that's gonna be interesting. So I've murdered this caster a number of times in Fate Extella Link because boy, they just throw him in as an enemy on every mission. So I know a little bit about him, but definitely not enough. Those car doors. How buck wild. What a sick whip. They said his name, G. de. So I'm looking forward to doing a bit of research on him after. Because I don't actually know much about him. Wait. Jean? Wait a sec. Well, that's a dumb move. But so he is falling prey to the saber face, thinking that that's not Arturia, that's Jean. Huh. I'm very confused by like how much of the hi zoom in, but how many of the fake characters were pre-designed? Because this implies that Jean was at least designed around this time. Just like how Mordred appearing in Dean means at least that Mordred design existed. I don't know. It's confusing. I thought every time a new thing came out, they designed them for it, but maybe not. Huh. And I have the Blu-rays for Apocrypha, so I'll get to those after. Very interesting. Literally falling prey to the curse of Saberface. My favorite game is when one of my friends will send me a picture and be like, "Yo, look, it's Saber. You like her?" And it's like, "Yeah, but that's not my Saber. That's Nero." What? It's like, "Here's another. Yeah, that's not my Saber. That's Mysterious Hero in X." You know? It's like that's not mine. I don't know anything about Nero or Mysterious Hero in X. I mean that much, but I know that that's not Arturius, so gross. I don't like those feet. Oh my god. Yo, this dude is horrible. This dude just casually is crucifying children. That's a lot of people being killed. Yo, is that an Evangelion reference? Ha ha ha. This dude literally looks like Virgil and Wesker had a baby. That's a shot. You look like a Persona character. Who is who is this? Yukari and Mitsuru did a fusion dance, and that's weird to me. Wow, you are just them combined. Hmm? Oh. Oh, that's a weird twist. Why is he nervous? Ah, it's the love mark. But is she here? That's a pretty. He made an RPG dungeon. He made a whole ass dungeon. Ah, it's my hat. Huh. Oh, that's his wife. Oh boy. No way. That's one way to do it. That's one way. That is Oh my god, he's so cool. Wow. That's boy. Boy. Oh, oh no. At least we know that everyone escaped, but yeah, it's kind of wild. Why is he here? How does he know? Huh. Ah, it's the bat. Yeah, it's the cool Masamune style. God, it's so stupidly cool. I really like this mix of, God, you look so stupid, and I love it. I love this mix of magic and military. It's really good. It's literally using Nasu and Urobuchi's like better halves and mixing them from their beds. You know, Kira, I wouldn't take the high ground morally on this. I You know what you're gonna, well, you don't know, but we know what you're gonna do later. Or I guess he would be the master of the land there. Oh, huh. Just chilling. Look at those snakeskin pants. Or root of all creation. That's another translation there. Hmm. So here we're probably gonna see how they kind of join up. Ha! Joy cannot be held by man, for it is always sinful. That's a pretty. That's a stance I don't agree with. Yeah, right? Yeah, right? Boy, what is it with like blonde, super haired people falling in love with priests? Oh, every time he says mongrel, it's like, oh, so good. Decent strategy. Can servants get drunk? That's a question I have. Do servants poop? It's another question I have. Someone get Kire like a Game Boy. Give him Tetris. All right. Schemes indeed. There was that. I would say that's a good title because it was less action, more. Well, it was action. Well, okay, no, never mind. What? There was action. A building blew up. That's action. Um, I think I've seen that scene somewhere. The scene of like of Kanet there being like everything is perfect, this building is impossible to blow up, we're all good, and then it's zooming through and then the explosion. I don't know where. I want to say just brought up as like a reference in maybe like an anime like a essay video because it looks very familiar, but I legitimately didn't like I don't I it was new to me, but I looked at some parts that I went, I might have seen it somewhere, and I don't know where. But that's okay. It was still like a surprise. Um, rad, rad. So we're going back to Wikipedia after this, and I'm gonna look up who Guy de Rey is. Bluebeard, both of them. Even though Bluebeard is a nickname, but that's fine. But I want to know, because I don't know enough, and I want to get that info kind of to understand the characters more. Okay, let's see here. Oh well, Lancer's still alive. Next time, Dark Forest. All right, well, let me hit that pause button. Let me grope my TV again as I open up the good old Wikipedia. So let me pull that up. Wikipedia.org. Okay, so let me pull this up so that you can see. Cool. So we're looking up Guy de Ré. All right, who was this? So Guy de Ré, or Baron de Ré, was a knight and lord from Brittany, Anjou, and Poitou, and leader in the French army and a companion in arms of Joan of Arc. Well, there we go. That's how he knows. Oh, okay. All right. So then maybe Joan looking like Saber was just an info that was later on. Okay. He's best known for his reputation and later conviction as a confessed serial killer of children. Well, there we go. A member of the House Montmorency-Laval, Guy de Ré grew up under the tutelage, increased his fortune, earned favor. He served as a commander in the army and fought alongside Joan of Arc. During the 100 Years' War, he was appointed the Marshal of France. He retired from military life, depleted his wealth by staging an extravagant theatrical spectacle of his own composition, and was accused of dabbling in the occult. Okay. After 1432, Ré was accused of engaging in a series of child murders, with victims potentially numbering in the hundreds. The killings came to an end in 1440 with a dispute with the clergymen, led to an ecclesiastical investigation that brought crimes to life, attributed them to Ré. At his trial, the parents of the missing children surrounded him, and he condemned to death and hanged. Ré is believed to be the inspiration for the French folktale Bluebeard, or Barbe Blurée, which is not how you pronounce it. That's fine. Okay. Very interesting. So the military stuff I don't care about, though I would definitely love to hear if there is like a Saber version of him that uses, because if he was in the military, he must have been using them. Okay, I want to hear about him being in, like, okay, so withdrew for the military. Play consisted of, so he created Le Mystère de Siege d'Orléans, which would be the mystery of the siege of Orleans. 2,000 lines of verse, 140 speaking parts, and 500 extras. Ré was almost bankrupt at the time of production, began selling property to support his lifestyle, sold all of the estates. Only 2 castles remained. Wow, only 2 castles. Wow, this is pretty big. Unlimited supplies of drink and food were made to spectators at his expense. That's pretty out there. In June 1435, family members gathered to put a curb on him. They appealed to the Pope. Wow. Up to the Pope himself. They denounced him as a spendthrift. What is that? A spendthrift is someone who spends money. Okay. No subject of Charles VII was allowed to enter in any contract. Okay. He borrowed heavily using his objet d'art, which would be literally an art object. Okay. Okay. Occult involvement. Let's hear about this. According to testimony, his trial by the priest Eustace Blanchet at the cleric François Prelaté, Ré sent out Blanchet to seek individuals who knew alchemy and demon summoning. Blanchet contacted Pretley in Florence, I'm just speaking with the French accent, and persuaded him to take service with his master, having reviewed the magical books. I'm sorry. Wait, hold up a sec. Wait. Okay, so we're in 1434. We're in a time when we knew stuff existed, and this is talking about actual magical books? A grimoire? This is it just me, or the fact that this is being just written here is a bit weird? And it's just being talked about? Am I the only one who thinks that's a bit strange? Okay. Ré chose to initiate experiments at the first and lower hall of his castle at Treffage, attempting to summon a demon named Baron with 2 R's. Baron. Interesting. Ray provided a contract with the... I'm sorry, again, this person existed and was real, right? So it's talking about him summoning a... Okay, as no demon manifests after 3 tries. Okay. The marshal grew frustrated with lack of results. Prelati said Bergeron was angry and required the offering of parts of a child. Ray provided these remnants in a glass vessel at a future evocation, but to no avail, and the occult experiments left him bitter and his wealth severely depleted. And then the section on child murders. That's fine. Child execution. How was he killed? Well, that looks like his part from the credits there. So execution by hanging and burning. Question of guilt. Wait, although he was convicted of murder by his confessions, doubts have persisted. Why? Counter-arguments are based on that Rey was himself a victim of an ecclesiastic plot by the Catholic Church or the French state. Oh my god. Doubts about Rey's guilt have long persisted because the Duke of Brittany, who had given the authority to prosecute, received all the titles. Oh, what is this? There's so much. There's so much. Okay, in the early 20th century, anthropologist Margaret Murray and occultist Aleister Crowley. Why does that name sound familiar? Aleister Crowley. Who is this guy and why is he familiar sounding? Why is Aleister Crowley a familiar name? Does he appear in something? Legacy and influence? He's a... Okay, that's... I don't know. Okay. I mean, no, I don't need to be in Grimoire. Okay, we're going back to Guy de Rey. Interesting. Question the involvement of the ecclesiastic and secular authorities. Crowley described Rey in almost every respect the male equivalent of Joan of Arc. That's weird. Whose crime was the pursuit of knowledge. He killed children, bro. Well, okay, well, if they're doubting that. Murray, who propagated the witch cult hypothesis, is a discredited theory that proves the witch trials of the early modern period were attempted to suppress a pre-Christian pagan religion that's... Oh my god. Speculated in her book, The Witch Cult in Western Europe, that Rey was really a witch! An adherent of a fertility cult, I'm not mousing over that, on the pagan goddess Diana. Most historians reject Murray's theory. 5 citations. Norman Cohn says that it is inconsistent with what is known of the crimes. Historians do not regard Rey as a martyr to a pre-Christian religion. Other scholars tend to view him as a lapsed Catholic who descended into crime and depravity. God, this is so interesting. Rey was retired during a media event, retried without any knowledge. In 1992, Freemason Jean-Yves Gros-Brisonnière, the Grand Master. What? I can't get over how many words are here that I don't think are real things. Of the Grand Lodge of France, organized a self-proclaimed court consisting of former French ministers, parliament members, and UNESCO experts to re-examine the source material and evidence available to medieval travel. A group of lawyers, writers, and politicians led by Gilbert Proutreau and presided over by Judge Henri Jeramy found him not guilty. And although none of the initiators was a medieval historian by profession, in addition, none of them sought professional advice from medievalists. The hearing, which concluded that Rey was not guilty of the crimes, was partially turned into a fictionalized biography, Guy de Rey ou la Grille de Loup, or The Mouth of the Wolf. Narrated and written by the writer Gilbert Proutreau, the case is very strong. No child's corpse was ever found, and he appears to have confessed to escape excommunication. The journalist of the newspaper West France, said that Proutreau was being facetious and provocative. Oh my god, there is so much here. This is buck wild. I am learning so much. But okay, tell me about Bluebeard a little bit at least. Is a French folk tale. Wealthy man, habit of murdering his wives in one attempt. The White Dove, the Robber Bridegroom, and the Fisher's Bird are similar to Bluebeard. The notoriety of the tale such as Merriam-Webster gives the word Bluebeard the definition of a man who marries and kills one wife after another. The word Bluebearding has even appeared... Oh, wow, okay. So Bluebeard is wealthy noble, so he just inspired it. Although best known as folktale, the character appears to derive from legends. One source is the 15th century Breton and convicted serial killer Guy de Ré, nobleman. However, Ré did not kill his wife, nor were any of the bodies on his property, and the crimes for which were convicted involved the sexually driven, brutal... Oh, okay, I didn't get that. Of children rather than women. Okay, so it's like, it's mildly based on Bluebeard, but he's not really Bluebeard. Okay, wow, there's a lot of Bluebeards. Does fate appear here in variations? In film, in poetry, in literature, in television, in other media? Where's Fate Stay Night? Please?
There he is! Right there! It's there, it's Fate. Fate's on Wikipedia.
Wild. Well, I've learned a lot about Guy de Ré here, and you've heard me say a lot of things in French. Okay. Target. Mostly young boys. 140 victims. Oh boy. Oh boy! Well, yeah, that's a villain. That's a villain if I've ever seen one. Wait. Does he appear in... No, bibliography, I was gonna say. He does... So interesting. Guy de Ré in Fate does not appear on the Guy de Ré page here, but he does appear on the Bluebeard page. Weird. Alright, that's fine. Alright. One sec. Thank you all for watching, everyone. And I'm loving these Wikipedia dives too, because it's legitimately interesting to learn this stuff. Like, I didn't know I really didn't know who Guy de Ré was. Also, I apologize if you're like, why do you keep doing the ré? I'm a French teacher, so I have to Guy de Ré, because that's how I say it. Very interesting. Now, why he has Cthulhu? That might just be because of a cult and they went with that because, hey, Cthulhu's cool. I don't know. Maybe there's a reason. We'll have to see. Thank you all for watching. And next time we'll be back with more Fate Zero. Ciao.